All right, first of all, good afternoon, Unai. Thanks for joining us here on Astro SuperSport. It's really nice to meet you. Let's just start very quickly with exactly just that, a greeting. Your good afternoons, your good evenings. It's something that you're always so persistent about, starting an interview or conversation with a greeting, which is very polite, but also very uncommon in the industry. Why is that so important to you in communication, to always start with a greeting?
Good afternoon. Is uncommon? Yes. Yeah. Really? Usually, maybe for my education, is try to connect with the people you are meeting or having a conversation, and of course, I like to try to connect at the beginning with the people are speaking with me or are meeting me.
Do you also expect that from your players, that same courtesy and politeness?
Yes, every day when we are meeting, the first things when we are in the morning is try to connect as well with hands, with good morning, individually, collectively, and of course the players, I think they are as well always in the same not behavior is a little bit the first meet with the people is always trying to tell good morning, good afternoon, or how are you.
So it's important that first few seconds to connect with people. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I think it's the first before everything you want to do is try to be polite, to be kind, and try to connect positively with the people.
Well, I think speaking of positivity, you brought a lot of positivity to the club of Aston Villa. But of course, maybe that wasn't the case prior to joining Aston Villa, but it's a welcome return to the Premier League for you. You've been incredibly successful with the club. But what have you learned from your previous stint in the Premier League that you're bringing into this club right now?
Of course, I am adding experiences in my back, in my shoulder. And the Premier League is the really great challenge for me. When I was growing up in Spain, in the league, championship, La Liga, and then I had some experiences as well in Russia, in France, Paris, and then in London with Arsenal. Always I tried to be a better coach today than yesterday, better coach tomorrow than today. Try to learn a lot with the players. Try to take my individual challenges and try to be ambitious in my challenges as well. And I came back to the Premier League was before I wanted to take again a challenge here in, I think, the best league in the world, most difficult league in the world. And Aston Villa, they gave me this opportunity. And of course, after my analysis deeply about the team, the history, I think was a very good opportunity for me to come here and to try to learn more.
Yeah.
Try to show every experiences I had before. Try to get here, and of course, was of this opportunity, a challenge for me is to play again in Europe, because I was playing 50 years in a row, playing in Europe in different countries with different clubs.
Different clubs, yeah.
In Spain even, and with Arsenal as well here. We played the final of Europe League. We lost, but it was as well experiences for me. And now here, really, the challenges I had when I arrived here, progressively we are getting those challenges I had before when I arrived here. Is try to progress in the league and try to get Europe Conference League we got, and now as well we are progressing and we have a very great way in this year to try to get Europe again, and hopefully Europe League or Champions League.
So what's your secret? Because Europe is such a success story for you, European competitions. What is the secret, and how do you prepare differently in terms of training before European competitions compared to Premier League matches?
It's no secret.
No.
It's when I arrived in Valencia in 2008, and they were playing Europe. It was my first experiences in Europe in 2008. But the opportunity I had was because the Valencia club, they were usually playing in Europe, and they were usually being successful in Europe. And when I arrived there, I started my experience in Europe, and of course the first opportunity is because Valencia gave me it. And then the same in Sparta Moscow or in Sevilla, or even when I played Champions League with different teams as well. But when I arrived in Paris, we were playing in Champions League two years, and more or less the objective was try to be protagonist in Champions League. We lost against Real Madrid and Barcelona, but the first opportunity I had always is because the clubs I was training, they were in Europe. And then of course all my experiences progressively getting better gave me this success in my career as a coach, and I try to share my success with the team, the countries I was. And now here in Aston Villa is the same. I am going to try to use every experiences I had before in another clubs here, and of course I'm very ambitious as well, and always my message to them is to get Europe, because if we are getting Europe, it's because we are very good in the league, and this is the consequences at the end. But here the club, the players, the supporters, the workers, everybody, they were very committed to follow my message, and trying to get with my coach as well, with my experience as well, everybody.
Well, you've brought a lot of success to these clubs, but also you've worked with some world-class strikers. You think about Cavani, David Villa, Aubameyang, names like that. So where would you put someone like Ollie Watkins, who's flourishing so much under you in terms of his ability amongst all these world-class strikers that you've worked with?
Of course, we are getting Europe as well for the club, for the teams, and for the players, because when you can train, you can coach very good players, you can have more possibilities to get your objective and to get Europe and try to be successful in Europe. And this is, in my past, was for this reason as well. And here we had very good players. A lot of players, they weren't in Europe, and they didn't have experiences in Europe, but they are very good players, and working, improving, being demanding, focusing. We try to increase their level, and as well give them the opportunities increasing and growing up and building one strong structure in the squad with those players, and individuals as well, trying to help them believe they can play in Europe. And this is the really first objective we achieved. I am being very proud of it. And it's now, when we arrive here, when we were doing some break in the league because they were playing with the national team, we didn't have a lot of players in the national team. And now we have 12, 14 players.
Yeah.
Regularly they are going with the national team, and really I think this is the first proud of I am feeling, because I think believing, working and with the same player, and they are really being very committed to do it. They are improving, and that is the argument when they are going to with the national team. And then speaking about the strikers, of course, Watkins is more or less is like with the squad, with the team. He was a very good player, scoring goals, more or less, in Championship, in the Premier League. And we tried to work with him, focusing a lot every day, and his commitment is being fantastic because he wants every day to work more, to improve. He's very humble to listen everything. We are going to try to, we are trying and we are going to try again to work with him. And then he is adding more qualities in his skills, in his capacity, to find more possibilities to score goals, and even now he's been very good assist in the squad with another player, and I am very happy with him. But I think his potential always is inside the players, and in this case he had it, but he needed to exploit, and he needed to work. He needed to find more ways to exploit his qualities, and he is doing it. And really, the first work is not for us; it's for him, because he is very hard worker.